Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Estefania and I'm an illustrator from Quito, Ecuador. So for today's video, I'm going to talk to you about Guadalajara International Book Fair, and bear with me because it's a really cool fair and it could be like a practice before you go to Bologna if you haven't gone. So because it's kind of very friendly, and I'm going to tell you in this video like the basics. I'm going to leave in other parts like later maybe the card of, because this is going to be part of a series that I'm going to do about the fair, because I really don't want to do this so long. And the next video I'm going to show you how was my really experience, like a blog kind of, and mixed with my comments. So for today I'm just going to explain how is it composed and how much more or less it costs, and all just the basic parts, so you have an idea you would like to go someday. Okay, so anything later, if you're watching this afterwards, I'm going to put all the description on the box below. So yeah, okay, so see you in a bit. Okay, so let's get detailed. So this fair that is located in Guadalajara, Mexico, is the most important fair, like book fair, in all Latin America or all Ibero-America, including Spain and Portugal, because it's the biggest one. And actually it lasts, I'm not quite sure how long it lasts, but I'm sure it's more than a week. So it has several kind of stages or parts. So one is dedicated, for example, to comics. Other one is dedicated to illustration. Other one is dedicated to poetry, and so on. So it's kind of nice and like very interesting in that way. But it's not just for professionals, so it's open to public. And what I mean is that it's kind of cool to see people, but it's also kind of a little bit annoying because it's not like Bologna Book Fair, because Bologna, yeah, there's a lot of people in Bologna, but actually in Mexico, look, there's a lot of people because it's open to public, but there are some parts for professionals, and that's when there's not many people. So it's just for you to have interviews or to go to maybe talks, but there are also other talks that is open to public, and that could be chaotic in sort of. But yeah, I'm going to explain more detail about the illustration part. Okay, so I'm going to talk about FIL is the special area for illustrators, and it's really cool because it has several talks. FIL is just for professionals, and for example, you have to pay extra to attend to FIL events, and it's like a tiny Bologna children's book fair. And with this, I'm saying that there is like a tiny illustrators wall, which is kind of cool, and there's also like an illustration saloon room, an illustration room, where there are several workshops. Like you can go there without any appointment, depending on the event. And there are also other talks that are being told by professionals, for example international and national illustrators. But what I'm going to say here is that if you don't know Spanish, maybe this is not for you. So I should have said this before in the video, but if you know a little bit, maybe this is cool for you, because you can also have interviews, and I'm sure all the publishers speaks English, so there's no problem. But there are not many international, kind of like from English speaking countries. Yes, there are several publishers from the US and several from the UK, but for example from the UK, the biggest publishers that have in the US and the UK, they just come to Guadalajara Book Fair for rights, not for seeing portfolios. Nobody of like editor or art director from that editorial house is there to see your portfolio. But for example, Latin American and Spanish editorial houses, they can see your portfolio. So it's good that if you go there, you have to write to them and to ask them for an interview. so that will be nice. And if you want to try a different market like Latin American, Ibero-American market, yeah, you also have these talks, and on the talks there are Spanish speaking countries, but you also have international, like English speaking countries. For example, last year Chris Houghton attended to the fair, and his talk was really great. And there was also Yara Cono. Yara Cono is Brazilian, and she lives in Lisbon, but her I think no, it was in Portuguese and it was translated to Spanish. So yeah, so just few guests speak in English, so you need to understand a little bit more if you want to take advantage of the whole event. Something that I was forgetting about this FIL part is like the illustration part, is that it's really cheap. It cost me $60, and like the fare is very cheap, like you have to pay per day, but if you pay this Filustra, like $60, it includes 3 days of accommodation, and you can attend to the professional days and to the professional talks, and you also have the the right to have a workshop with one professional illustrator. For example, I took the workshop with Yara Cono, and it was really great, so I could see my money like in retrieve. Really awesome. The hotel also was like from far, like if you go to the lobby, it looked like Miami on the 70s, like kind of odd and maybe a little bit weird, but actually the rooms were kind of like, they were really nice, very comfortable, and it was also a good service. Like the hotel, it took us to the fair. It wasn't that far away, but if you walk, it was really far. If it's your first time, you also want to check all the schedule in advance before, because for example, I didn't check that when I went there, but I decided to stay there for a week, and Filustra, the illustration part, just lasts 4 days. And with this, in the time that I spent more, I attended to the comic area that I didn't know it was going to happen on the days I was staying, and I saw Alan Moore. Like, what? Yeah, it was so cool. Hey there, this is me editing, and I just noticed that I commit a terrible mistake. I said, instead of Frank Miller, I said Alan Moore. Oh my god. Yeah, so just to let you know. Yeah, but I really knew who he was at that time. I just got confused. Okay, let's back to the video. So you can really get a lot of surprises, and you can also get a lot of your favorite authors, illustrators' signature, because they also invite different people from around the world, and yeah, it's really nice. So more or less you understand how is the basics. I will recommend you to attend, like if you are listening and it's better for you to listen to watch this video in English and in Spanish if you're Brazilian or Portuguese, I really recommend you to apply for the Ibero-American illustration catalog, Iberoamerica Ilustra, because then you will like be registered on their data newsletter, or like I will put the links of the fair downwards, but I'm not sure if it's in English. I think they will, but they have a newsletter, so they communicate you when Filustra is going to be up. So for example, like a reminder few months earlier, and they will tell you like who are going to be the people that will attend, like guests. So you have to take advantage of the early bird, so you will pay 60, like I paid $60, because then the entrance also, they run out fast, and just buy it really quickly, and they will write to you to tell you which workshop would you like, or you can write to them, I would like this workshop with this person, and blah blah blah. And it's really cool. They give you like a professional this one, and they also give you like like a little booklet or different things in this bag, which is from the fair. Like I think every year they have a different one, because this is India was the guest in this fair in this last year, so it was really nice. And yeah, so with this thing that you put inside, you can enter to the whole fair. And sometimes there are some events that is just for press, because there's a lot of people, and people seeing you with this, because normal people don't have this. Sometimes people see you with this and they think you're press and you can enter. So yeah, just a little secret. That's why how I could enter to Alan's Moore talk. Yeah, so it was really nice. Okay, so what's important about the Iberoamerica Ilustra illustration catalog, the contest? I think you can also apply if you are a foreigner living in Ibero-American countries. So you really need to apply, because it's like one of the most important contests around, like in this area. And for example, Juan Palomino, he won. And then also Manuel Marsol also won the catalog, and before they also applied, and they didn't won like right away, or maybe just that was just Manuel Marsol, but both of them, they won the illustrators exhibition of Bologna Children's Book Fair. So that's why I'm telling you it's really big. And if you apply and you get selected, because that was my case, I got selected in 2017. I didn't go to the fair that year because I had to choose between Bologna and the other one. I was working, so I can just choose one. Like, oh no, but I kind of regret of doing that. But anyway, and then I got a special mention last year, and it was really cool because I was missing a lot that I could just go before and learn. And in this occasion, I think it helped me a lot to be selected. So when I wrote the interview for having the interviews to editorial houses, these really helped me a lot. So if you got selected to the Ibero-American Illustration Catalog exhibition, you have to go and present yourself. Just make connections, because this is a really great deal, and this can be very positive for your career. Okay, so wait for the next video. I'm going to tell you more about my experience and the interviews I had, more like a kind of a blog, and my comments. So have a nice day, night, or afternoon, wherever you are, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this video, please think about subscribing or liking. I think that's what you're supposed to say, but if you don't want, that's okay as well. So see you the next week with another video. Bye!